Alright, this is the #1 film of the year. It wasn't The Social Network, but what was it? But before that, though, however, I do want to give honorable mention quickly just to a few movies that didn't quite make the list, but were thoroughly considered. One being Leaves of Grass. These are the special jury prizes. Leaves of Grass, starring Edward Norton in a dual role. He really comes alive in this well-told tale with some really over-the-top characters in a steady-line film. Also, I gotta give credit to Machete, one of the most entertaining glorified B films that I've ever seen. And again, it's great for its entertainment value. It's really hard to dismiss. I know some people do, but what can you do? I noticed a lot of comedy lacked on my list this year. That's because there weren't a lot of brilliant comedies. There were a couple really funny ones. The one I want to say stands out is The Other Guy, starring Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. Fantastic film, Ferrell's best in quite some time. Just a good buddy cop film that plays off his cliches but in a satirical manner, and you just gotta see it to appreciate it. Mark Wahlberg is actually funnier than he looks in maybe the preview of the film, as he really comes alive in his comedy aspect. And finally, a film that I only gave a smaller review to and a smaller recommendation, but as I watch it more, I will learn to appreciate it quite more, and that's Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And I honestly gotta say, this film is just really, you love it every time you watch it. It's just so damn entertaining. It's just what it is. It's just the way it's just articulated. It's just fantastic, and it feels very Canadian. It feels very just modern in terms of people have their cult films of their era, like my dad, my mom have Rocky Horror Picture Show or whatever, and this will be the cult film of this generation for sure. If you ask me, as time goes on. Alright, but we're finally here, the #1 movie of the year, and surprise, surprise, #1 film is Inception. Christopher Nolan may be the true star of this film, however, despite its ensemble cast. Every director has a vision of the perfect film that they're just dying to make from the beginning of their careers, and for Christopher Nolan, it was this complete mind-bender of a maze and jigsaw puzzle that you just can't wait to solve, and you don't want to stop solving. That is Inception, and really, this trying to match the monster success of The Dark Knight in terms of a film even itself is just a task in itself, but Nolan was up to it. Why? Because Nolan doesn't worry about those little things that bug him. Will it do well in the box office? Will it do this? Will it do that? Nolan just went into this with a vision and just ignored the peripherals around him. That is the type of film this was. But here's what impressed me most. Now, Nolan doesn't fall into a realm of self-indulgence in this film. Usually when a director goes through a certain motion, if you will, in terms of a film that they want to make, that they have a vision of, they really just tend to make it more than it has to be. But again, he went over every millisecond of this film on screen and made sure that everything was well put out there. Now, and again, Leonardo DiCaprio, making his second appearance on this list, and it's no one's surprise he's done that before, leads the way as Cobb, as someone who has the ability to enter into a dream world of some of the people around him. And am I giving too much away, people? Well, hardly, but that just barely scratches the surface of what this film truly is about. And I'm not going to go any further for those very few of you who have not seen it. This film is all about the map of the human mind, and just how it can really be used. But there are so many underlying and overlying even themes that this film really has. And Ellen Page is also captivating in this film. By the discovery she makes with this film, her character really just comes into the film just as a simple smart person, but really then as it goes on, she really just cannot believe what's going on around her, and she lends a lot of intelligence to this film, much like she does in any film, and it doesn't matter what genre it is. She just seems to have that type of smart she carries with her. And DiCaprio, to nobody's surprise, helps give Nolan Nolan's work its identity, and which is vital and key to have that kind of actor do that. And one of the many things that I guess you could say that makes Inception work the way it does is that it never ever gets tired. It never starts yawning. It never gets lazy. In a film like this, you can have even 5 or 6 seconds of laziness. There's not even that in this movie. And also, I got to give credit to the great supporting crew. Joseph Gordon-Levitt really enhances the quality of this film, and that's actually the second straight year that him being in a movie is #1 on my list. Last year, my pick was 500 Days of Summer. And he really comes into his own as more versatile than I think some are giving him credit for. I also give credit, of course, to the rest of the crew, like Marion Cotillard, Tom Hardy, Ken Watanabe, Cillian Murphy, Tom Berenger, and the late Pete Postlethwaite, who just passed away recently, and of course Michael Caine. They really make every second of their screen time count, no matter how big or small it is, and help connect everything needed to make this movie work. It's not easy to have all the pieces put together when so many great actors are in a movie. It's easy to drown each other out. Egos often get involved, as well as just natural talent that gets involved sometimes. But they're all helping each other out and helping Nolan make this work. This movie is a mind bender that'll have you thinking, talking, debating, and just wondering. And it leaves an impression that, dare I say, not many films will ever have made or ever will make. And Inception is my number one pick for the best film of 2010, and that is it for the best films of 2010. And join me, well, I'll just be filming it right after this, but join me after this for my absolute worst films of 2010, the complete opposite. Some of you are going to be pretty ticked off, some of you are going to already agree with me. Until next time, I am Bill Chase, and I will be at the movies. Goodbye, everybody.